Our idea when we do planting is not to plant a single tree. We try to plant a community of plants, each with their benefits. Some benefits are directly for the plant, the main plant that we're focusing on. Some of them is a benefit for us. So what we do is, like say, this coffee tree is the main tree. We call this type of planting guild planting. So the guild is with all the other plants. We plant nitrogen fixing ground cover. This is called pinto peanut. It will spread after some time, and then the whole bottom of this area will have pinto peanut growing, and that will stop us from using straw to mulch. It will have a living mulch, and pinto peanut fixes nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, fixes it into the soil so that it's usable for the plants growing here and for the microorganisms that live in the soil. We plant lemongrass. The lemongrass doesn't seem to be doing too well in these couple of guilds around here. We probably took too many of the roots off. The lemongrass we plant to create a barrier so that any other grasses that are growing can't send their roots through. A lot of grasses grow with what's called a runner, and they send a runner through underneath the ground, and then it pops up and then starts taking over. The lemongrass has got a deep, strong root system, so it prevents the runner from growing through, and then we won't have to worry about weeding so much in the middle of the garden. The pineapple we plant for us to remind us, because this tree is only it's going to take plus minus 5 to 7 years to give us fruit. These pineapples will give us fruit next year. So, and we know that, okay, there's tons of pineapples in the fruit forest. So when the rainy season starts next year, it will force us to come up here and look for pineapples. And when we come here, we will see, oh no, this section needs to be weeded. So it's more to attract us to come here. We did plant loads of marigolds around as well, but they seem not to do so well in the shade here. They've all passed away. These other trees like this is called charworm. Also, it's a legume, fixes nitrogen into the soil. This is what's it called again? Not pasta. Shit, I can't remember. But anyway, this is also a legume, fixes nitrogen. So when they get really big, this other tree up here, kilak, yeah, this one's called kilak. This other legume here, when it gets really big, will cause a disturbance in the forest. Like a natural forest, there's always disturbance happening, whether it's an elephant running through and bashing trees down, or if it's a fire burning big trees down. And when we cut this tree out, it's going to give more light here to allow for a second flush of growth. And then we keep doing that in different areas of just to keep the trees growing. The younger the forest, the more productive it is. When it reaches climax, there's very little growing below the canopy. It's only like, but that's the reason why we planted a lot of coffee. Coffee grows well in the shade. You get a better quality coffee in the shade. You can grow it in the full sun as well. That's how they do it when they mass produce coffee. But we do it underneath the store. We're propagating a lot of cacao, because cacao is the same. It grows well in the shade, and you get better quality chocolate in the shade. We also plant a lot of sweet potato, and that becomes that acts as a ground cover, and then also as a food source, taking up space that would otherwise not be utilized underneath the ground. We grow yams as well. There's no yams around here. Yams also grow up in a vine, and they have an underground tuber, so that's also taking up space that we otherwise would not use.